Hello, everyone. Cheetah Man here. This is the world. This is a world battle royale. And yes, I'm doing everything. Hold on, let me show my face. So let's see who's the first to get out. Let's see who the first one is going to go to war. So Micronesia will be going after Tunisia. No, that makes no sense. No. Right. Where's Micronesia again? This thing doesn't even have everything. World map with countries. I'm gonna need to use a world map here. Let's just view image. Can I please see the islands? Bro. This thing is useless. I don't know what else you use right now. I'm trying to find Micronesia. Okay, Micronesia is around here. The closest person to them is the Marshall Islands, so let's see who they get. Let's see if they can win. Oh wait, I did not mean to select. So I did not mean to spin this wheel. Okay, let's just get rid of the results here. Could definitely get rid of this. Clear the list. Let's actually see if they win or they lose. So it looks like they will win. So Micronesia will win against the Marshall Islands. Right? Yep, the Marshall Islands is now part of Micronesia. Let's see who the next nation is. So I kind of forgot to spin the wheel over here. So it looks like Trinidad and Tobago is going after someone. Let's see what we get for them. So let's spin the wheel for a war or an alliance or a union or a civil war. Looks like they'll be uniting. Okay, so you can either unite with Venezuela, which is the closest, or Grenada. So if they go south, they will go. Wait, spin the arrow. Spin the arrow. Arrow. I have to use an arrow thing. So if they go south, they will unite with Venezuela or... Okay, so they're going to unite with Venezuela. So we can go ahead and get rid of Venezuela here for now. Because, well, we need to come up with a union here. Venezuelan and the Trinidad Venezuelan Union, I guess. Trinidad and Venezuelan. Is that how you spell it? Okay, that's Venezuelan Union. Perfect. You got it. Alright, so those are united. So let's see who's up next. So the next country will be Palau. Where are they at? So Palau is the nearest to Micronesia and the Philippines. Well, first we gotta see what they will get. Oh, they're unionizing. Another union? That's crazy. So if they go, so if they go this way, like north, west, they will go unite with the Philippines. If they go east, they would go to well, Micronesia. So let's see. So they're going northeast. I'll count. Wait, northeast. I cannot count that. I'm not counting that. Okay, you still can't go that way. I'm trying to get them. Okay, they're going east. I'll count that as Micronesia. Alright, I guess we're getting rid of another name here. First, let's just get rid of this one. Micronesian and Palau Union. Yeah, I'm not good with these names. Union. Go. Alright, next. The next country. So now we're getting Latvia. So let's see what they will. Let's see if they can get an alliance. Nope, it looks like they're going to war. No, they only have four neighbors they could attack. One of them's north, the other south, the other southeast, and the other is east. Let's see where they go. They're going southeast, taking out Belarus. But will they win, though? That's the question. They're attacking Belarus, but will they win? Nope, it looks like they will lose to Belarus. So Belarus takes out Latvia. Go ahead and go down over to the L's and find Latvia. And they are eliminated from this map. Next up, next country to go. Will be Kuwait. So this is very interesting. So what will Kuwait do? Will they get a civil war? Will they get a union? Will they get an alliance? Or they're just gonna go to war? Question is, who do they go to war with? So if they go east, they would go to war with Iran. If they go north, they would go to war with Kuwait, and south would be Saudi Arabia. So let's see. Okay, they're going southwest, but that's basically just like, I'm not gonna count that. Going northeast, that's still not, I'm just gonna go, okay. So can't go that way. I'm not counting it. No. Fine, I'll count it northeast. They're attacking Iran. But will they win, though? That's the question. No, they will lose to Iran. So Kuwait is no longer with us. So we can go ahead and go over here and find Kuwait in this, and then bada bing bada boom, they're gone. Alright. See who's next. Looks like the Slovenia will be going at it. Slovenia is doing something. So will they go to war? Will they get an alliance? Will they get a union? Or will they have a civil war? So they're gonna form an alliance. So, who will they ally with? If they go south, they will get Croatia. They'll ally with Croatia. If they go north, they would go ally with Austria. If they go west, they would ally with Italy. So which direction? Which country of those three will they get? Croatia. So, no one's getting eliminated. They're just in an alliance. So keep in mind, they're in an alliance. So whoever gets chosen next. Let's see who gets chosen next. And we get Namibia. Whatever. So we get Namibia. So let's see what they will get. Could they get a civil war? Oh, no, they're getting a union. So they have a lot of options here. Oh boy, here we go. So south would be South Africa, north would be Angola, east would be Botswana, north east would be, who's this again? Zambia. Which way are they going? They're going south, so South Africa. So I guess we could call this the Union of South Africa, because technically South Africa and Namibia were one country before. So, let's go over here. Go over to the ends. Go over to Namibia. Go down to here. Go in front of South Africa and put Union of. There. There you go. So, who is next? So this might be a very long video. So Rwanda's up next. Why did I say Panama? It's hard to tell. So Rwanda, we're still in Africa now. Still in Africa. So where is Rwanda again? Why is this thing saying 3 and 1? What? No, I could just use Google Maps. What am I doing? It's not Google Maps. It's Google Earth. Still works. So Rwanda is right here. So what will they have? So they're gonna get a civil war. How big will the civil war be? Okay, let's get a number generator. So 1 through 5 would be it doesn't succeed. Then 6 through 10 would be it succeeds. So number generator. So yeah, 1 and 10. So generate, it's a 2, so it doesn't succeed. So Rwanda is let off the hook. For now. Let's see who's up next. We see that Kyrgyzstan is doing something now. So finally something out of Central Asia. So where's Kyrgyzstan again? So Kyrgyzstan is where's the border? Pretty sure this is Kyrgyzstan right here. So they have a lot of options. But what will happen? So what is gonna happen to them? Will they get a civil war? Ooh, so close, but they will be forming a union. So let's just spin the arrow. Let's just spin the arrow. I don't care. Okay, they're going southeast, which southeast of them would be China. So, I guess we can call this the Tajik, Sino-Tajik Union. Yeah. Because Sino would be, okay. So let's just get rid of China here. Go over to Tajikistan. Put Union next to it, and then Sino. Then we can put this here. There we go. The Sino-Tajik Union is a thing now. Surprised the Americans haven't done anything besides Trinidad and Tobago and, well, Venezuela uniting. Anyway, okay, let's see who's up next in this Battle Royale. So it looks like Hungary is doing something here. Well, I actually forgot that they border Hungary. Slovenia borders Hungary. What will happen to Hungary? Will they get a civil war or get an alliance with someone? Or they will form a union, of course. Well, let's just spin the arrow. They do border Ukraine, but not by much. Let's just spin the arrow and see. Okay, so they're going a little southwest. Now, if it was straight west, it would be Austria, but it's southeast, southwest. So it's going to be Slovenia. Which now, they're allied with, Croatia and Hungary are now allies. Why is this at a 62? Let's get 2 here. We can get rid of this border. So, now we just get rid of, well, let's just get rid of Slovenia instead, because I think I can do it better. Then go over to, well, where is H? Go in front of this, and then do the Slovenia, Hungarian Union. Hungarian Union. I don't know what to call this anymore. We got something new, I guess. Let's see what's next. Who is next? So we have Niger. So what will happen to them? So they'll actually be having a war. Oh, it was so close to alliance. It was like right in the middle almost. So they have a lot of neighbors here. Let's just see which direction they're gonna go. So they're going southeast. Which southeast of them would be Chad. But will they win though? That's the question. Will they win against Chad? Looks like Chad will be winning this one. So we can go ahead and get rid of Niger. Sorry, Niger, but you're out. Sorry, any Nigerians out there. Because you got eliminated by Chad. The great Chad is back here. Oh god, I don't like saying that. But Chad has taken over Niger. Which... Chad and Romania's flags do look very similar, but... Chad was a colony, was under French rule. So their flag is... has a resemblance of France. The red and the blue are French. It's from France. It's flag. And instead of white, it's yellow. There. But let's see who's next in the Battle Royale. There is a lot of countries right now. Still, but we get Nauru. So let's see, where is Nauru again? I can barely remember anything right now. Nauru. Where is Nauru? I forget. Nauru. Pretty sure Nauru. Where are they? Okay, so they're near the Solomon Islands. And also near... I don't know this. Don't know. Maybe, and they have Micronesia or just Palau. Right, let's just spin the arrow for that. So they're going north. So north of Nauru would be the Marshall Islands, which is controlled by Micronesia, but pretty sure they have a union, right? Yeah, they're in a union with Palau, and they took out um they took out the Micronesian and Palau Union. So a union has fallen to Nauru, which nothing much changes. You can't really see the border change. Let's see what nation is next. So it looks like Bosnia and Herzegovina is up next. So keep in mind they have some neighbors here, but maybe they won't go to war. Maybe they'll have a union or an alliance. And they will get an alliance. Now they could ally with Croatia here. But we'll just see. They only have 3 borders. So let's just see where they go. They're going southeast. So southeast would technically be Montenegro, so they're allying with Montenegro. So nothing much changes here. Watch my screen blink. Let's just get to the next nation. So Bosnia and Montenegro are now in an alliance. See who's next on the wheel. Mozambique. Alright. So what is Mozambique gonna do? What's gonna happen to Mozambique? They're gonna go to war. So technically they could go to war with, well, they could go to war with these islands in the Mediterranean. I mean, what am I talking about? In the, in the Indian Ocean, I guess, off near Africa. Just look at the arrow here. So they're going northeast, northeast. That's going to hit Comoros. So Comoros is, well, they're done for. So goodbye, Comoros. See who's up next. Yeah, you can't really see the border change that much. So we get Nicaragua up next. Okay, so Nicaragua is doing something. Well, something will happen to them. Let's see what will happen. So they're going to be forming an alliance. Technically, we only have 2 neighbors, but they could also ally to anyone over here. If the wheel goes that way. The arrow goes that way. What am I talking about? I don't know anymore. But they're going southeast of them. Well, if we just do this, it technically lines up with Colombia. So, did they get an alliance? Yeah. So they're allied with Colombia. So nothing changes. Just they're in an alliance. Let's see who's up next in this battle royale. So we have Thailand doing something. Alright, so what's going to happen with Thailand here? So they're actually going to get a war. So they're going to war with someone. So let's see. They could go after Malaysia. They can go after Myanmar. Go after Thailand or, Cambodia or Laos. That's basically it. They decided to go after Malaysia. But will they win though? Let's see. No, Thailand will lose against Malaysia. So, it seems like Thailand is no longer with us. Sorry, the Thai people, but you're now under Malaysian rule. This is so hard to get rid of here. Boom. Now I know this is very hard to do. This is very hard to do. Soon there will be one winner. So we see Egypt will be doing, El Salvador will be doing something. Almost was Egypt, but it's El Salvador. They only have two bordering nations. But maybe something inside will happen. Or they will get an alliance. So technically they border Guatemala or just El Salvador. So anywhere northeast would be just, Guatemala. But they're going southwest. We get this, so it's going this way. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Yeah, let's spin the arrow again. Oh, I spins it. Okay. So they're going southeast this time, but, that's technically Nicaragua, but we can't count that. Because they really don't border them anymore. Okay, so they're just gonna ally with, El Salvador, Honduras. What am I saying? This is El Salvador allying to Honduras. Alright, who's up next in this war, in this thing? Oh boy, it's Russia. So what's gonna happen to Russia? What will happen to Russia? This will be very interesting what will happen to them. Oh, they're forming an alliance. So they have 14 nations they could ally to. Well, now 13, actually. Alright, let's just spin the arrow and wherever it goes. Okay, it's going straight west. Straight west of them. Straight west. Well, Finland is straight west. Estonia is straight west. Ukraine could be straight west. And also now, Belarus would be west. Which I think Belarus took out Latvia. So, I'm just going to do the number generator. If it's 1, if it's the... No. Okay, it's 2, so it's going to be Estonia. So they're allying with Estonia now. That's a weird alliance. Never thought that would be an alliance. Alright, so let's see what's next. So Nicaragua is doing something again, which I think they only have an ally. So maybe they could go to war. Maybe they'll have a war with someone. Or they recruit someone to their alliance. So this will be probably a 3-way alliance. So let's see which way they go to get their alliance members. Southwest. There's nothing southwest of you. Yeah. Actually, Ecuador is southwest because of the Galapagos Islands, so we're counting it. So they ally have Colombia and Ecuador on their team, so it's a three-way alliance. So who is up next? We have Vanuatu doing something. What will happen to Vanuatu? So they're going to have a alliance. Well, first of all, let's see where Vanuatu is. Hello? What's happening? Vanuatu is near the Solomon Islands, which is right over here. Vanuatu. Alright. So they could technically ally to France. But they could ally to Fiji or the Solomon Islands. Let's just see where they go. They're going northeast. Who owns this? I don't know. Northeast of them would be... There's nothing northeast of them. Let's spin again. They're going southeast now. Southeast of Vanuatu. I don't think there's anyone southeast of them. Spin again. Just getting a while. Going straight south. Well, straight south would be France. So they're allying with France. Unusual. But they do border them, so they are allied with a European nation. Let's use next. So I'm going to do another one of these, but this time, if the nation gets chosen, they're going to be just... So Ecuador is doing something, so they can't attack Colombia because they are allied with them. But something else might happen. Ooh, they're gonna form a union. So maybe they might unite with their ally, or maybe they will unite with Peru. Well, let's see. So if they... Okay, you can't go that way. That's the ocean. Okay, you can't go that way. Can't go that way, you just went that way. I said you just went that way. Okay, so they're going southwest. Well, southwest of them would be Peru, so we have a Peruvian-Ecuador Union. So we can just get rid of Ecuador's name. Wait, yeah, Ecuador, and just replace it with, go over to, well, let's get over here to Peru. And do this Peru-Ecuadorian Union. Peru-Ecuadorian... Is that how you spell it? Is that even how you spell that? Hold on. Wait, I could just use Google. No, that's not how you spell it. Ooh. Ecuadorian Union. Peru Ecuadorian Union. Nice. Alright, let's see who's up next. Okay, very interesting. So we have United Kingdom doing something. This is very interesting. We're just gonna count mainland Europe here, because I can't do every area they own. So let's see where they're gonna attack. So attacking south east, well, France. Wait, they can't go that way yet. They can't do that yet. They didn't get a war. Actually, they're gonna ally with France, which means they also are allied with Vanuatu because of New Caledonia. So it's another three-way alliance. So let's just get this again. So we actually see Uganda doing something very interesting. Let's see what Uganda's gonna get. Will they get a union or war alliance, or will they have a civil war?
My experience.
Okay, so they're gonna go to war. Who are they going to war with? Spin the arrow. So they're going northwest. So that would be the Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, but will they win? Nope, the DRC wins against Uganda. I expected nothing less from the DRC. So it's just sorry, Uganda. Okay, this is so slow right now because of like how many nations are on here right now. But we see the Congo expanding its borders here. So this is very long right now, so let's see who's next. So we have Zimbabwe doing something. Wait, this is Zimbabwe right here. So Zimbabwe is something. Oh. They're getting a civil war, I guess. Well, generate. Okay, so the civil war succeeds. So it's a 9, so it's gonna be pretty big. So Zambia. Wait, that's not how I spell it. Zambia. If we go here.
Derek, how long have you been up?
Oh my god, my mom just interrupted me. Provinces. Their provinces here. Zimbabwe here. Zimbabwe. So, it's pretty big, so what's their capital? What's their capital? Zambia capital city, Lusaka. Well, I guess if it was pretty big, so we're gonna give them. So, wait, no, that was Zimbabwe right here. Zambia is right here. What was I? Wait, wasn't Zambia who? Wait, no, Zimbabwe. What am I doing? Zimbabwe provinces. Let's see here. So they have a lot of provinces here. What about their capital? Zimbabwe capital city. Its name is Harar. What? Why can't I not see it on here? Oh, it's 8. So it's a 9. So I'll get rid of. At least. Gonna try and follow this border, but yeah, we have a new nation popping up. Which we have. Let's go over down to Zimbabwe here. Wait, yeah, Zimbabwe here. Let's copy their name. So we have East Zimbabwe and West Zimbabwe. Yeah, very clever. Oh, wait. No, right here. East Zimbabwe. Yep, okay. So, Zimbabwe is not doing good. So we have our first nation getting a civil war that's actually succeeded. Alright. So we have Bhutan up next. So Bhutan, I don't know why this is here. So what's gonna happen to Bhutan? So what will happen to them? So they're gonna form a union, which they only have 2 nations they border, just China and India. So it's either north or south, basically. Okay, so they're just going southwest, which is India. So the Indo-Bhutanese Union, I guess, get rid of this border, and, well, okay. So Indo Bhutanese Union. Think that's it? Yeah. So we're gonna stop right here for now. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.